Hello there. Good morning. Welcome to Take a Break with Breeda. It is Monday in August. And I'm so glad that you could join me here on the porch. Come on in, make yourself comfy. Lots of opportunity for social distancing. Cushion chairs and a little table here. The fan's going. It's a hot one today. I was out for my walk this morning and yeah, I'm sweating. But really enjoying savoring this cup of coffee this morning. So man, this is hard, isn't it? I've just been listening to a lot of people who are struggling so hard, and I just want to say that I have it pretty good. I mean, my kids are adults. My two sons still live at home here with us. We have some, medical issues coming up that are manageable, fortunately. I'm no longer caring for my mom's caregiver. She is now in heaven looking down at all of us. And I am able to work from home. Not as much as I would like, but I'm struggling. I'm trying to find ways to speak to audiences, to support organizations who I think really need to hear the messages that I can share about taking a break and taking care of yourself and just being very mindful. But sadly, these very same organizations who need to help their people and their teams are also facing massive budget constraints or freezes or cuts. And while they don't have the money to do events, their budgets for having virtual events are limited as well. So yeah, it's not easy for anybody, but it's certainly a lot tougher for many. So for those of you parents who have children in school, whether it's preschool or elementary, high school, or college students, and you're struggling with what's the right thing to do, what should we do? I wish I had an answer for you. I do know that we need to listen to the experts. We need to follow the track of the virus and be responsive, and realize that this is a really hard time, but we will find ways. So I was thinking this morning, what is something good? And I went out to the garden, and there's like 6 red tomatoes. I'm so excited. We have some bacon in the fridge, and I think it's a BLT, although I don't have the L. I have cucumbers, so I don't need lettuce right now, but we have some fresh cucumbers, so I think a BCT little sandwich for lunch sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, or maybe just tomato. Just a tomato sandwich is delicious. And when they are, I feel like I'm Billy Crystal in The Princess Bride. Oh, I like a little MLT sandwich, when the tomatoes are so ripe and so juicy, so perky. I love that. And the lamb is sliced really thin. I'm not a lamb fan, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so this last night, you're on my porch, so I feel like I can just be me. And I didn't sleep well last night. Tossing and turning. I have a lot on my mind, a lot of worries about a number of things. And one of the worries was that this morning we had our first telemed call with Evan's surgeon regarding his now adult level work for the cleft palate repair that we've been working on for a million years. And I didn't know how it was going to go. One doctor had suggested one path of treatment. This is the second appointment, and I didn't know if I was going to be talked into something that was something maybe more than he really needs, or if the solution that was presented to me about a month ago was going to be viable. And I really hoped it was. And, doctors, they don't mind telling you to come half an hour early for an appointment. We expect that, don't we, to sit in the waiting room? Yeah. Well, today we had to get on the telemed call 45 minutes early to make sure everything worked, and then wait for him. So we did. And at 6:45, he came on screen and he was lovely and kind, and Evan and I were both on screen, and we could have this meeting without having to go into the hospital, without having to park and drive and really take a half a day when you see a specialist. It was great. So if you've ever had the opportunity to have a telemed meeting, and you don't need to have a physical exam, especially not like a pap smear or something, but if you have to have some kind of a conversation, a checkup, a follow-up with your doctor, I think it's a great option. So maybe that's one of the blessings of this pandemic, where we are finding creative ways to connect, to find ways to communicate that's not in person. And I know that when I was caring for my mom, what an ordeal it was to get her to a doctor's appointment, just getting her in and out of the car, driving to the doctor's appointment, and then worrying that she was going to be exposed to germs and stuff in the doctor's office, and then the drive home. I was exhausted. I know she was exhausted. So anyway, this isn't, for every visit or every time. But if we can do it, I think it's great. So the good news is, and I don't mean to keep you waiting, the doctor said he conferred with the other doctor, and if it was okay with us, why don't we try this first level? So we're going to do it. So it means extracting the 8 remaining teeth he has in his upper jaw, and then using the appliance that this doctor has been designing for over a year to fix things. So if we can do that, it will be a huge cost savings, and then more importantly, it will be fewer procedures and less stress for Evan. And as a mom, that's a really good thing. So don't we always do this to ourselves, right? We imagine the worst. We just build it up in our head about, oh, this is going to be a confrontation, or this is going to be hard, or I'm going to have to make a choice, or I don't know what to do, or I'm not qualified. And then the reality comes along, and it's not so bad. It's not so hard. And I'm just feeling a big sigh of relief. So now we're waiting for the appointment and to get that all set up. But the other piece that is, you'll notice this is a little bit different today. I am switching over from the Facebook Live format, and it's not the vertical format, but the horizontal format, and it's going to go directly to YouTube, to my channel, BreedaTV.com, which you know because you're watching this. But I'm hopeful that it's going to have a better quality video and be more accessible to folks. So if you find that our visits, our chats are helpful, that you enjoy them, I hope that you'll do the old, like, share, subscribe business, because that's how I'll be able to keep doing it. And I enjoy it, and I hope you do too. So a couple of things that I want to say. The mantra that's in my head for this week is that I can do hard things. I can, because I've done them. And afterwards, I've looked back and I thought, wow, I can't believe I did that. So whether it's walking 200 miles on the Camino, which truly I did not think I could do, and I'm really proud of that I lived to tell. But one of the hard things for me is all this technology, learning all these different platforms, and learning to set up this little studio and do all this so that I can continue my business and reach people and speak. Now, for some people, that would be a breeze. That would be fun. They would love it, play with all the gadgets and the toys. Me, not so much. So I'm patting myself on the back that I got this far. But I know that things that I take for granted that are not hard, that I really enjoy, like speaking, telling stories, getting on a stage, speaking in front of, very large numbers of people, something I find challenging and fun and invigorating. I still get a little bit nervous, and that's a good thing. So if you get a little bit nervous before you have to present or speak to a group, don't worry about that, because to me, that means that you care, that you want to do a good job, and that you care about really helping and being there for people. And so those kind of nerves are good things, and think of them in that way. So for this week, I've come up with this new idea, and I want to say up front that this will not work for everybody. You know, we're all in the same storm. We're not all in the same boat. Not everybody has the same freedom or the same resources. But I've made a decision that every week I'm going to pick a day. And on that day, and you know, because weekends really don't exist anymore, really, for many of us, because we're home. Anyway, pick a day that you're either going to do something or you're going to do nothing. Now, you have little kids running around, or you have other people that are ill that you have to care for. You probably don't have that luxury to do it every week. But maybe once a month you can create a respite day for you. And I'm here to tell you that this Wednesday, I'm taking my own advice, and Jim and I are going to drive to the west side of the state of Michigan, to Lake Michigan, which is gorgeous. And I love, you know, the signs that they have there that say Lake Michigan, unsalted. No salt, no sharks. It's good. And, you know, I don't even care about going in swimming. Maybe to my knees would be fine. But to sit on a beach, and I read someone that said something, to find a sunny spot where time is irrelevant. I can't remember the last time that I felt time was irrelevant, because my to-do lists are too long. I have a lot of things that I'd like to get done. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So maybe you can find a way. Think of it in your head, is that if you can pick a day to either do something, go somewhere, and we are intentionally choosing to go midweek to a beach that is not a very popular beach, because, you know, we're really mindful of the virus. We don't want to be hanging around a lot of people. We'll bring our own food, or we'll get takeout, and just Jim and I. That's it. And I'm looking forward to it. To go to a place where it's sunny and lovely and time is irrelevant. If that isn't a luxury, I don't know what is. So anyway, this has been a new version of Take a Break with Breeda, live sort of from my porch. I hope that you are going to have a wonderful Monday, and that you can find ways to take a break before you break. It's essential. I'll see you soon.